Hey guys, it's Monday morning, which means it is the Ginger Realtor Show, and we are back with Mortgage Mondays. This week we have Kim Curtis. Now, Kim is with Cornerstone First Mortgage. Kim, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Guys, we're looking to always bring you value. And one thing I'm going to say before we get into it too much is if you enjoy the content we're providing, smash the subscribe button, hit like, and we'll keep doing these kind of content. So we've covered what you want to do as a first-time home buyer who's getting ready to purchase in 2024. We've covered some programs that are available specifically down in Florida, but obviously New Jersey has similar products as well. What I want to talk to you right now are the actual existing homeowners. So if you don't own your own home, you can go. Go on, off you go.
Not
Okay,
for you today.
if you're still here, Kim, let's talk about how we can release equity in somebody's property and help them purchase an investment property.
Great. Thanks for having me today. So yeah, we're gonna, like you said, if you don't own a home, today's not for you, but maybe watch it to get an idea of when you do.
Wait a second. I can see you back there. Go on. Go make yourself a cup of coffee. You don't have a home yet. I'll help you with that one next week. Okay.
So we're talking to the people that own their homes and have equity. So I think the first thing is a lot of people don't realize how much equity they have in their home. So the first thing I would do is reach out to your realtor, like Gavin, and work with their lender to see how much equity they actually have in their home. So as Gavin knows, my oldest is graduating from high school she's a senior. And one of the things that I've been thinking about and talking to friends and family and clients, and I was just sitting there the other night thinking, I'm like, wow, one of the things that I wish my parents had done was when I moved off campus, like most kids do after they're, like starting their sophomore or junior year, my parents paid a lot of money to rent. There were 8 of us, 8 girls in a house off campus. And I'm like, wow. So one of my goals is I want to be able to do that for my daughter. So I want to talk about taking the equity in your home and just an idea of using that to buy a property wherever your child decides to go to college.
Okay, that's a great idea. So the first thing I'd say, obviously, don't talk to me unless your kid is going to college close to home. I mean, I can help you find a realtor out of state. That's 100%. Not a problem. I can help you in New Jersey, and I can help you in Florida. And for about another 21 days, I can probably help you in Virginia as well. Outside of that, I'm going to have to hand you off. But don't even call your mortgage company. Just take a look at your mortgage statement. They should tell you how much you have left on there. And then it's just a case of understanding the value in your home. So I think if you look at anyone who's bought their home in the last 5-10 years, they're going to see a huge return in the investment that they purchased for. I know that when we sold in New Jersey, we made more than double what we paid for our home. So understanding
my parents just bought their first investment property. And my mom will be horrified, but hopefully she won't maybe see this. But my mom's a young 70. My dad is a young 78. And this year they bought their first investment property, and they've already seen just in less than a year, their property value has gone up over 30% in 1 year. So definitely just simple phone call. Like you said, look at your mortgage statement, see what you owe. And then I would say, really call me first to see how much equity based on appraisals or whatever we think you have. And then hand you over, to the Gavin Freighters of the world to see what kind of investment properties you can look at and where your child's going to school. Literally you could have everybody else pay off your investment property.
Okay, so we're going to put a little graphic up here when we've edited the video, just to show you what you theoretically could have. So let's take a $400,000 house that you've had for 6 years. Okay, you purchased it with 20% down, so your mortgage is $320,000. So from day one, you've got $80,000 worth of equity in that property. Now, because of COVID, because of the markets, your home, which was $400,000, is now worth $650,000. So on top of that $80,000, you can add another $250,000 in potential equity. So now you're at $320,000 that you could potentially unlock to help you purchase an investment property. Now, the great thing about investment properties, and Kim, correct me if I'm wrong, you can get into an investment property for a little as 5% down.
Correct. Correct. They changed the rules last month, so that is absolutely true. It used to be, you know, we're in the 25 to 35%, and now we're in the 5. So, and Gavin, you and I have talked about this. You had a great idea. Also realize that your child who is going to be attending the college will be of legal age. So they also could be, it could be an owner occupied investment property. So we could, you know, you can take a look into those, you know, into those special
Yeah,
programs.
because there's nothing stopping you gifting your child their down payment. Now,
That's right.
this is where it becomes a little bit complex. The first thing you want to do is make the purchase, okay?
Yep.
So you're going to purchase a 4-bedroom home. You're going to do it in a university town where your child is studying, and your child is going to take one of those rooms. Now, you have 3 more bedrooms that you can rent out. If you do it right and the market supports it, you can rent each of those 3 bedrooms out and recoup the total cost of your mortgage payments. So
That's right.
effectively, your child is dorming for free from week 1 of university, and every week that they're in college and every week that they're there, they're building equity in that property.
That's right. That's right.
Now, you're going to have tax implications from making that. The first thing you do once you close on the property and is transfer the deed into an LLC. That's going to protect your assets.
Right. I always
oh,
say from the beginning, like there are 3 people that need to be involved in this transaction to do it properly. You need your mortgage lender, you need your realtor, and you need your real estate attorney. I would maybe even say a 4th would be your estate planning attorney or your accountant. Those 4 people are your team. Use them. That's what they're there for. Make sure they know each other. That would be another tip for today for our Monday. You know, introduce them, have them work with you and for you, because that is one of the most powerful teams that you can put together.
I think that's one of the things that a really good realtor is able to do. They're able to quarterback all of the people involved in the deal. Now, not all states are going to have an attorney on the purchase of a property, but if you're going to do anything more complex than just a simple home purchase transaction, then you definitely want somebody who is trained to be able to assist you on the legal ramifications of setting up trusts or LLCs and things like that. Yeah, you can go to LegalZoom and there's a million different websites that you could use, but to do it right and protect your assets, because remember, your home is the biggest asset you have.
That's
and
right.
If something happens in an investment property and you're not protected, they can come over after that equity. Now, look, if you're only unlocking $20,000 or $30,000 to purchase an investment property, and you have 200 plus in there, and somebody gets injured in that property, they're not coming after the property that they got injured in. They're coming after all your assets. That's any equity you have in your existing home. It's any tangible products, assets you have. So you need to protect yourself. And I'll have somebody on the asset protection side of things, and we'll do a class next year on 2024 about how you can protect yourself. But right now we're trying to concentrate on Kim. So Kim, at a 5% down payment on a $400,000 investment, probably looking at 20,000 with ad hoc expenses that come in, mortgage application fees, you could probably have an investment property for a kid at college for under 30K.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. Let's look at the numbers. You know, in 15 minutes, we can really all we need is your current mortgage statement. So let's take a look at that, and let's look at the market, run some comps, and in 15 minutes we can really have a general idea of if this is a program that would work for you. But 9 times out of 10, honestly, Gavin, people don't ask because they just assume that they wouldn't qualify, and it's just not true.
So dorming's expensive. I put a kid through college. Kim's about to put a kid through college. It's expensive.
It is.
So if we can help you negate the expense of university and college, I go back to university, just the English in me. If I can help you negate that and build a second income, because I say once your kid graduates, you don't have to sell the house.
No,
you just have 4 strangers in the house.
Yeah,
And 4 people paying your mortgage is better than 3.
That's right. That's right.
It's a fantastic way to get into an investment property. Is there a limit on how many properties you can, like how much you can pull in equity out of your property to purchase investments?
There is a limit. It depends on the programs, but people would be very surprised at how it's a high number that you can pull out.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't talking about specifically the number. Like, I'm not saying let's just tap out all my equity, but let's say I'm able to pick up a house with $30,000 pulled out of my equity. Could I then do it a second time?
Yeah, you can. And we can work that roadmap, as I call it, with you. That's a great question. So that is something that you should absolutely look for in a mortgage lender, is who wants to spend the time to ask you about like what is your next 4 to 10 years look like? And would you want to buy a second property? If so, let's look at which programs to use in order to be able to do those. So you can absolutely do that. That's one of the things that we offer, is we sit down with our clients and talk about that roadmap.
Okay, I'm gonna go that way because I never know which side the graphic's gonna be on. I got a feeling it's that side, if I'm honest, and not this one. I flip things around when I've edited, so it gets confusing for me. But we will definitely have that sample calculation on them in between the two of us during the video when it comes out. Kim, that's some fantastic information for a Monday morning.
Yeah, no, thanks. Again, thanks for having me. When it's been very daunting to look and see, I went to university a long time ago. I say it was the best 5 years of my life. That's a whole nother story. But I absolutely could not believe how much university costs now. It's just unbelievable. Again, I was just really thinking, like, how could I make my money work for me? My daughter's going to be there for at least 4 years. I was there 5. So,
okay. So Kim, how can people get in touch with you if they watch this video and they go, oh my God, that's what we're doing?
So my cell phone, always call my cell, 917-716-5111. My email is kcurtis, KCURTIS @cfmtg.com. And you can follow me on Instagram at expect more than ordinary.
All right. Somehow I'll edit the video to have all those,
all those things.
So you'll be able to reach out to Kim. So Kim from Cornerstone First Mortgage, thank you very much for dropping by. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yep. Look forward
to it. We'll be back next week with Mike Longman from the mortgage firm. But for now, guys, have a great week and we'll see you next time.
Take care.